You know what's crazy? Just 30 days ago, my friend John was struggling with a 580 credit score, getting rejected for every loan and credit card he applied for. Today, he's looking at a score that's over 100 points higher. The secret is that it wasn't some shady credit repair service or an expensive program. It was understanding exactly how credit scores work and taking very specific actions that most people completely overlook. Today, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to transform your credit score in just 30 days. Understanding the credit score game. Before I reveal the specific strategies that can boost your score quickly, let's talk about something that most credit gurus never mention. Your credit score isn't just a random number. It's actually a carefully calculated metric based on 5 key factors. And some of these factors can be influenced much faster than others. Think of your credit score like a car's dashboard. Just like how your speedometer can change instantly when you hit the gas, certain parts of your credit score can improve rapidly when you make the right moves. Other parts are more like your odometer. They only improve with time. The 3 zones of credit impact. Let me break this down into the 3 zones of credit impact, which are immediate impact, 30-day impact, and long-term impact. Understanding these zones is important because it helps you focus your efforts where they'll make the biggest difference in the shortest time. The immediate impact zone is all about your credit utilization ratio. This is the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using, and it's responsible for 30% of your score. The amazing thing about utilization is that it has no memory, meaning it doesn't matter if you had high utilization last month. The moment your credit card companies report a lower balance, your score can jump. The power of utilization management. Here's something most people get completely wrong about credit utilization. They think keeping their balance below 30% is good enough. But let me show you what the credit scoring algorithms actually want to see. I analyzed hundreds of credit reports and discovered something fascinating. People with the highest credit scores weren't keeping their utilization at 30%. They were keeping it below 10%. In fact, those with perfect credit scores often maintained utilization rates between 1% and 7%. Let me show you how powerful this is. If you have a $10,000 credit limit and you're carrying a $7,000 balance, your utilization is at 70%. By paying that down to just $700, you could see your score jump by 50 to 100 points in a single month. That's because utilization has no memory. It's all about what's being reported right now. The 30-day strategic moves. Now, let's talk about the 30-day strategic moves. Specific actions you can take right now that will impact your score within the next reporting cycle. Move number 1, the statement date hack. Most people focus on their payment due date, but what really matters is your statement closing date. This is when your credit card company reports your balance to the credit bureaus. By paying your balance down before this date, you can ensure a lower utilization is reported, even if you need to use your card more later in the month. Move number 2, the rapid re-aging technique. If you have any accounts with late payments that are less than 30 days past due, you have a golden opportunity. Most creditors won't report a late payment until it hits that 30-day mark. By bringing these accounts current immediately, you can prevent serious damage to your score. Move number 3, the authorized user boost. This is perhaps the fastest way to add positive history to your credit report. By becoming an authorized user on someone else's well-maintained credit card account, you can inherit their positive payment history. The key is finding someone with a card with a long history of on-time payments, low utilization, and open for several years. The dispute acceleration plan. Here's something that credit repair companies don't want you to know. You have the legal right to dispute any information on your credit report that you believe is inaccurate. And credit bureaus must investigate these disputes within 30 days. But here's the strategic part. You need to dispute smart. I'm not talking about disputing everything on your report. Instead, focus on these specific items: accounts with incorrect balance reporting, old addresses or personal information, duplicate accounts, and accounts that don't belong to you. The Advanced Credit Building Blueprint. Let me break down the Advanced Credit Building Blueprint, a set of sophisticated strategies that most people overlook. This isn't about quick fixes or credit hacks. This is about understanding how the credit scoring system really works at a deeper level. The credit mix multiplier. While your credit mix only accounts for 10% of your score, it can be the difference between a good score and a great one. Think about it like this. If you're only using credit cards, you're playing with just 90% of the possible points available to you. When you strategically add different types of credit to your profile, something magical happens. Not only do you get points for credit mix, but you also create new opportunities for positive payment history, which, remember, is 35% of your score. It's like getting a double boost from a single action. The optimal credit age strategy. Now, let's talk about something that can make or break your credit score. The average age of your credit accounts. This is where most people make a critical mistake. They get excited about new credit offers and end up opening too many new accounts, which drops their average credit age and hurts their score. Instead, here's what you need to do. Focus on maintaining and strengthening your oldest credit relationships. If you have an old credit card that you haven't used in a while, don't close it. Instead, put a small recurring charge on it, like a Netflix subscription, and set up automatic payments. This keeps the account active and aging, which is pure gold for your credit score. The new account strategy. Listen closely, because this is where most people get it completely wrong. While new accounts can temporarily drop your score, strategic new account openings can actually help you build credit faster. The key is timing and selection. Here's my rule of thumb. Never open more than one new account every 6 months. This gives each new account time to age and your score time to recover from the hard inquiry. But more importantly, be strategic about which accounts you open. Look for accounts that report to all 3 credit bureaus, have high approval odds for your credit profile, offer benefits that align with your financial goals, and also have no annual fee, unless the benefits clearly outweigh the cost. The emergency response plan. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things go wrong. Maybe a payment slips through the cracks, or an unexpected expense forces you to max out a credit card. This is where having an emergency response plan becomes crucial. First, if you miss a payment, contact your creditor immediately. Many will give you a one-time courtesy removal of the late payment if you have a good history with them, but you have to act fast, ideally before the 30-day mark when it gets reported to the credit bureaus. Second, if you need to use more of your credit than usual, try to spread it across multiple cards rather than maxing out one card. This helps maintain a better utilization ratio on each individual card, which can be better for your score than having one maxed out card. The long-term success formula. While we're focused on improving your credit in 30 days, I want to give you something even more valuable: the formula for maintaining an excellent credit score for life. This isn't just about quick fixes. It's about building sustainable habits that keep your score high permanently. Here's what I call the credit score success triangle. Consistent payments, low utilization, time, excellent credit. Make every payment on time, even if it's just the minimum. Keep your utilization low, ideally below 10%. And give your accounts time to age. If you do these 3 things consistently, your score will naturally trend upward over time. Common mistakes that can derail your progress. Now, let me share something crucial that could save you from months of frustration. In my years of helping people repair their credit, I've seen the same mistakes happen over and over. These aren't just small slip-ups. They're credit score killers that can undo all your hard work in an instant. The first massive mistake is what I call the close and celebrate syndrome. You finally pay off a credit card, and in your excitement, you close the account. Stop right there. Closing old credit accounts can actually hurt your score in 2 ways. It increases your overall credit utilization ratio and reduces your average credit age. Instead of closing that paid-off card, put it in a drawer or use it occasionally for small purchases that you pay off immediately. The second major mistake is the application spree. You start seeing your score improve, and suddenly, every credit card offer looks tempting. But here's what the banks don't tell you. Each application typically causes a hard inquiry on your credit report, and multiple inquiries in a short period can make you look desperate for credit. This is a huge red flag for lenders. The credit score acceleration timeline. Let's talk about what you can realistically expect when implementing these strategies. While 30 days can make a significant difference, understanding the timeline helps you set realistic expectations and stay motivated. Week 1. Focus on reducing your credit utilization. This is where you can see the fastest results. If you can pay down your balances significantly, you might see a 20-50 point increase when your new utilization is reported. Week 2. Start implementing the statement date strategy and sending goodwill letters for any past late payments. While these actions won't show immediate results, they're setting you up for success in the coming weeks. Week 3. By now, your reduced utilization should be reported to the credit bureaus. This is often when people see their first major score increase. If you've also been added as an authorized user on a well-maintained account, you might start seeing the benefits as well. Week 4. This is when dispute responses typically start coming in. If any inaccurate information is removed from your report, you could see another significant boost to your score. Making your improvements permanent. Here's the thing about credit scores. Getting them up is one thing, but keeping them up is another game entirely. This is where I see many people stumble. They do all the right things for a month or two, get their score up, and then fall back into old habits. The key to maintaining your improved credit score is creating systems that make good credit habits automatic. Set up automatic payments for every single bill. Create calendar reminders to check your credit report monthly. Set up alerts for when your credit utilization goes above 10%. Think of your credit score like your physical health. You wouldn't expect to get in shape by exercising for just 1 month and then stopping, right? The same principle applies to your credit health. It requires ongoing maintenance and attention. Before you click away from this video, I want you to do 3 things right now. First, pull up your credit report. You can get it for free at annualcreditreport.com. Second, calculate your current credit utilization ratio on each card. And third, write down one action from this video that you're going to implement today. Drop a comment below, letting me know which strategy you're going to try first. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more credit building strategies that actually work. Remember, your credit score is just a number, but the opportunities it can unlock are limitless.